Hello. A lot of people think knowing the basic rules of chess means they can win a chess game, but then they hit a wall, finding out it's not that easy. Chess is my favorite game and maybe the only game I still play, and I like about it that it suits all the ages. What I like about chess is how it makes you a better thinker. If you try to be better at chess by following the tactics and being patient before making a move, you will find out that the quality of your choices in life are getting better and better strategically speaking. I learned the basics when I was young, but I stopped at that level all my life, just depending on basic moves and basic strategies and tactics, repeated games, until I was kind of depressed years ago, and I was kind of trapped inside my own room, and I decided out of nowhere that I should getting busy with my time, otherwise I might go crazy. Then I discovered the big world of online chess through sites like chess.com and leechess.org. This was in 2016. Then I started knowing chess players and chess books and chess movies. I even read the Queen's Gambit novel before it becomes a trendy TV series. There are three main skills to be a good chess player: memorization, creativity, and preparation. It's not easy at all being a professional chess player. It takes over 10 years of studying the game, along with some kind of autistic, exceptional skills to be one of the best, like Magnus Carlsen or Hikaru. I kept improving myself until I was stuck at the intermediate level, and I felt I can't surpass that. It's too late because these players actually start very early improving themselves until it becomes their second nature. Because in order to surpass that level, I have to take chess super seriously, which will turn the fun feeling of the game into a big draining obsession. And I don't think anyone in my age will uh, take this kind of uh, game seriously uh, and get many headaches because of it. That's why I stopped obsessing over online rates and I just kept playing the game for fun, accepting the losses. Because if you meet chess lovers, you will find losing very harsh for them. That's how the expression sore loser will actually apply in this case. A lot of sore losers uh, act like that when they lose in chess. Because losing means we made mistakes or blunders, and making these mistakes turn instantly into regret, which makes us feel very stupid. And actually, that can be very harmful if it passed the safe limits. You can check what the chess content creators do in their streams when they lose. Some scream or smash the keyboard or hit their heads in the wall. Some are more insane than others, but on the bright side, it's a beautiful game that strengthens the logical side of the brain, activates your strategic thinking, enhances your memory and your visualization skills. Also, it teaches you patience and taking responsibility for your actions and moves because it's you versus you when you play chess. First thing I did to improve in chess is to be patient and try not to make risky mistakes and just follow the basic tips in the openings, like activating the pieces, not repeating the same, not moving the same piece twice, castling to make the king safe, not to make unnecessary or uncalculated sacrifices. Also, not to move the queen early, because if you move the queen early, it becomes an early target for your opponent to chase. and to look at the full board before making a move in order not to get surprised when um, a far piece takes your piece, and try to rationalize your opponent's moves in order to evaluate the risks or the possible danger out of his moves. Also, not to make the pawns, not to move the pawns without a reason, because some people move their pawns when they find no move to make, and that's actually a mistake because pawns are the only pieces that can't go back, they only move forward. So if you move a pawn forward without a clear plan, you might lose that pawn. You can't defend it later. And then after finishing the opening tips to evaluate and look for weaknesses and opportunities on the other side, this phase is called middle game. After activating all your pieces, tactics arrive. And I have to admit, tactics are a part, like the most important part of chess, and also it's the most fun part of chess. Tactics like to pin a piece or to fork two pieces and others. Strategy is more like trying to visualize ahead a position that's in your favor. Um, like there are two types of advantages in chess: material advantage, which means you have more pieces than your opponent, you took more pieces of his army, and positional advantage. Sometimes you have less pieces than your opponents, but your pieces are more active or more safe than his pieces. And to simplify these calculations in your head, they made a points system for pieces. A pawn is 1 point. Knights and bishops are 3 points each. Rooks are 5 points. And queens are 9 points. King isn't calculated because the king can't be replaced or sacrificed. So you visualize and try to evaluate the position. Sometimes 2 rooks can be better than 1 queen. Sometimes 2 knights are better than 2 bishops. It all depends on the position and the risks. Then comes the end game, the hardest part of the game, where pawns can turn into queens and the king has a big role in the middle of the board when the board is empty at the end of the game, and where you have to resign before that promoted pawn comes and turns into a queen and destroy everything. Playing online is not a wholesome experience because there are a lot of cheaters who use chess engines to tell them what to play, and the chess sites try to ban them, these cheaters. So take it easy if you play online. And I would recommend if you go play with your friends, especially on the board, offline, outside, in the open air, enjoying the sun and your life.